ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKGAHGFEDCBA. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the cozy Cowhat Librarian. This was a fun one. It is Zebra and Yak, the Backwards Alphabet Book by Paul Friedrich. As our story starts, the narrator asks the reader, "Are you ready to start the alphabet? Let's go." Z is for zebra. And Zebra is caught completely unaware by this turn of events. Zebra is used to waiting and waiting and waiting until it gets to the end of the alphabet. Zebra is not used to going first, and Zebra wonders more than anything else, what's going on? Where's Apple? It's always supposed to be A is for Apple, B is for something else. So what happened to Apple? Why isn't Apple around doing the job? And the narrator tells Zebra, Apple wasn't around. We're starting with Z instead. And let me just say as an aside there, as a Canadian, I pronounce the final letter of the alphabet Z, and so I quite liked the rhyme there. We're starting with Z instead. And the narrator continues, Y is for Yak. And Zebra and Yak talk about the weird circumstances that are happening. And they decide that they're going to go together to work their way through the alphabet looking for Apple. And they carry on and have a debate about what comes for the letter X between xylophone and X-ray, and discuss the difference between violins and ukuleles, and later on fiddles, gradually working their way through all the different creatures and objects until they finally run into Apple, who's on vacation. But Apple wants to be introduced, even though it's the end of the book, and starts throwing a tantrum, wanting to be introduced. A tantrum that's vaguely reminiscent of the pigeon's tantrums in Mo Willems' various pigeon books. But then, as it turns out, this time A is for alligator. And that's the end of the story. This was a lot of fun. Years back, I taught myself how to say the alphabet backwards as a bit of a joke, and even found a way to sing it to the tune of different things. And so this was right up my alley to start with. But the back and forth between Zebra and Yak is wonderful. Them riffing on the difference between a violin, a ukulele, and a fiddle was very, very funny. Them arguing about what X should stand for and other places where they aren't sure what's coming up was funny. Yak looking ahead by standing on a ladder and saying, oh, you're going to like the next few pages, and it turns out it's ketchup and jumping and ice cream and hula hoops. And it was just a lot of fun. There was fun fourth wall breaking stuff. The concept of going backwards in the alphabet is a fun one. It's not the first book that's done this, but it was done well. The art style, just cartoony and ridiculous and just fun. I don't know if my first instinct would be to view this character as a zebra if I saw it absent text describing it as such and away from other animals, but once you're introduced to the character, yeah, it's zebra, that's fine, we're carrying on. Yak, sure, it's got big horns, it's sort of furry, we're all good. So who would this book best be suited for? Well, I would say you definitely wouldn't read this as a standard alphabet book. You probably wouldn't read it to a 2 or 3-year-old. What I would say is wait for the 5 or 6-year-old audience and older, ones who've been through the alphabet book. They know the alphabet song. They've read enough of the standard alphabet books that they recognize the tropes. That A is almost always for apple. That X is almost always for xylophone or X-ray or some other ridiculous thing that doesn't work so well. And because they know those tropes, this book turning them on their head will be really, really funny to them. It won't just be another random book with letters. It has meaning. It plays against expectations. And so I think it would be a fantastic book for that particular audience. Go borrow it from your local public library. While I'm on that topic, if you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? Tell your mayor, tell a council member, tell your MP or MLA that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. We're at a time where some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving the materials, programs, and services they offer. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. If by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me list all the ways from Z to A in which this book will make your day. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back and see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.